This is Damon Stevens with FinWealth Live, and it's Monday, June 7th, 2021. I hope you're enjoying the stock market. I thought crypto was exciting, and it's on pause a little bit for me right now. Looking for new opportunities, but boy, this stock market has some fun things going on. So hopefully, you guys are out there killing it, the market, and having a good time because I sure am. So we got some exciting things to cover, including a stock that hit our scanner this morning. Boy, you had to be fast on this one. And if you did, wow, there's a lot of people who made out like bandits on it. And so hopefully you're one of them. But we'll get into that here as we get into today's update. So if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to FinWealth Live. And that way we continue bringing more content and trade ideas for you to help you out with your trading. As far as the market today, Dow was down 0.36, NASDAQ up 0.49, and S&P 500 down 0.08. So overall, pretty much flat for the market in general. You can look at the heat map. You can see some of the larger companies had a slightly pull up, 1% to almost 2%. Real estate was up. Everything else was pretty much mixed or down a little bit today. So just not a lot of huge movement except for a couple one stock especially today. So RMed popped up this morning, so that was a good one. Gave us a little bit, but this BIIB that popped up on the scanner, boy, you had to be fast on it. And let me show you the chart today. This is exciting. So this morning it was around 286 when it popped up on the radar and on the scanner, and it hit news hit, and then boy, this thing just skyrocketed. It locked. You had to have your order ready, and I put my order in, and so did a couple others, and I didn't get filled on my order. I was so upset, and so basically the stock, as it climbs, if it climbs too fast, it locks. Basically, they halt the stock, and it's held, and it was held longer today than I've ever seen in my history of trading. It was held for a long time, for hours too, before. Usually it's like 10 minutes, and it'll open up again, and it did not. So I was just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. Had orders ready to go, and a couple others that I was trading with, they had their orders ready to go. One of them got in, and boy, then it just opened up and it exploded. From this 286 clear up to 480, 468.77. So almost 200 points in the matter of the time period that this was open and locked up. And so I tried to get in. I didn't get filled. One of my buddies did. He got $500,000 in profit on one trade today. Killer. Oh my goodness. Just blows my mind. I was so excited for him. So, but wow. And I didn't get filled. It was a huge bummer, but I was excited for everybody else out there that just killed this today. So hopefully you're one of them. I'm still going to keep this on my radar because, you can see here that we, did our typical retracement back. We're back around 400 from this 468. So I'm looking tomorrow. I keep this on the radar because you could have possible dips here that you can buy in and ride some of this up here. So as I keep telling you on these other trades that we are tracking, they give you multiple chances, and some of these I put on my list for, once they hit the scanner, they're on my list for a couple weeks just to scalp them or take advantage of what they're giving until they drop off. But wow, what a gangbuster. This is like one of those, once in every few years that I see something like this happen. So hopefully you got a piece of that, because it's hard to see them, and when they hit the scanner, you got to get on them right away. And it could have gone south on us too, but boy, it was a good one. The RMed one was not as exciting, but it did pretty good. I mean, it was at under $5, and the high today was almost 10. So, I mean, that's 100% almost. So if you're able to get some of this, it hit the radar. You had a chance to get in this morning. If you missed it, it dipped back down close to entry, and then you could have rode this all the way back up to $9 and got out. If it pulled back down, you could get in again and reload and get up to almost a 10. You see it's come back down, settle around 9. I'm going to be watching this tomorrow because, this could, continue to go up. At least give us another opportunity. But, this volatility here in the market in some of these places is just exciting times, especially in the medical area. So hopefully you got some of that as well. AMC, that we've been taking advantage of this. It's giving you time, opportunities like every day. Even if it's $5 or $6, today is $4, on this trade. Actually, you know what? I probably could have got more, but I didn't. A lot of times I'm usually grabbing something as far as scalping up through this area. Try not to go hit the tops because, I don't want to get, my stop losses are pretty tight on some of these. So I don't want to get stopped out or take a huge risk of this dropping back down like you can see here. But yeah, AMC, another good one, continues to stay on the radar as long as it's making money. CRM did great today. Hopefully you got a piece of that. They just had some earnings come out here recently, so that helped create some volatility here with the CRM. GameStop, you can see here, nice little cup here forming. So I don't know if we'll get a handle here as well, and this will continue up, but you have a nice little cup here formed. So you can see that GameStop continues to give us opportunities, so that'll stay on our radar as well. You can see that for today, we were up almost 13%. So great day, great trading day. Costs I'm going to take off. This gave us a little run, with the GameStop and AMC stocks that were kind of rallying, but this one kind of petered out. And so I'm going to take this one off. Not going to be watching anymore. There's too many good ones out there to watch. So BIIB, so BlackBerry, another run today. You can see that we, retrace back here, and now it's going right back up this big breakdown candle. So if the market remains well and the volatility stays in, I assume this is going to probably continue to trace up this breakdown candle, give us more opportunities. If it doesn't, it could pull back, back here to where it broke out at around 14, or it could come back down here and settle at this support line here around 11. So we'll see what happens. But BlackBerry is still on the list. As long as it's making money, I'll keep trading it. Bed Bath & Beyond, it pulled back. It had a little bit of a run here. So you can see it's right around $34. I don't know if this is going to trace up this breakdown candle and move more towards the highs, or if it's just going to settle out here and peter out. I'll track it. The volume is about even. The movement today was like so small. I didn't spend a lot of time on it. It's my list, but I didn't spend a lot of time on it just because it's so narrow. Skills, I talked about this one in my video. So we've had this on for a few days. You can see that it continues to be bullish, closing above all the moving averages. I'm going to look at this one and see if this will trace all the way up this breakdown candle up to around that 25.40 range, and hopefully it continues up towards 30. So we'll see. As long as it continues, the momentum's there. We'll go, today was a lot lighter volume on some stocks, a lot of stocks actually, but we're still getting positive movement on these stocks here. Earnings. So earnings came out. The ones for today, there's not a lot this week that I'm real interested in. Stitch Fix, Coupa, Momo, GameStop probably, obviously, and Chewy and Dave & Buster's. Not a whole lot of things I'm excited about. Not like giant names out there. But I did catch Stitch Fix on the end of today, and so I'll show you that chart here in a second. So overall, earnings continue to do well. Overall, we're beating more than are missing. We're just staying right around that 78 to 80 range, so it's pretty consistent. So market overall continues to do well, and companies are making money, so it's great. It's what we want. So SFix, so Stitch Fix. You could have gotten into it early. I typically don't get down there until like the announcement comes out. And when it announced, it was great because it dipped back down here almost to the 200, around $57 where you could get in. And then if you held on to it when the announcements were coming in and you had positive news, it just climbed right up from that 57 to 67. So about $10, it's pretty good. It's pretty good if you can catch any of that. Obviously, most of the time, as soon as it starts to pull back, which it was around that 66 range, is when I typically get out. And because typically it can climb higher. Sometimes it climbs higher, sometimes it comes down, but I don't like to chance it. So I just get in, ride it, and then get out as soon as it starts to slow down. And then I look at it the next day to see if there's opportunities the next day. So Stitch Fix tomorrow, I'll be looking at it in the morning, see if it has some more buyers in here, or if it has some sellers. Can I get a little piece of this? But so yeah, that was a good one. This is the earnings movement that I like to see. And then some people will use straddles, stock options. If they thought it was going to swing $5 today, they might have done a $5 straddle, plus or minus $5 and in the movement, and that way they can kind of catch it regardless what the market does. But I don't do that typically. I always wait for it to announce, but there's other options around that. And if you get into our courses online, I do have a course that covers earnings and how to trade earnings. The dollar was down, so that's good for the market. You can see it kind of pulled down. You did have this breakup candle here, so it kind of made me a little nervous, and then you can see it pull right back down and it traced all the way down and set the bottom of that breakup candle. So that's going to help the market out. So the VIX, you can see that it's it's right down here on support, as it was down here and over here. It's just kind of in this low channel right here. So that's great for the market where it's sitting right now. So the SPY, I'm going to take this off really. I was thinking about it the other night when I was looking at the charts, and it's like, I don't really need that, because if there's a pullback, this will be the pullback, probably right down to this 400. You see this little blue mark here where the 100 moving average is, and this gap, that's where it could possibly pull back if we did really have a steep pullback. Otherwise, if you take this distance and you place it up here, we could go up to 440. We'll see. It's pretty flat now here. You can see we're in this channel again. I don't know if it's going to stay flat, but if it stays flat too long, it's probably going to break down. But we'll see what happens over this week or the next 2 weeks. We should have something, some direction here in the next little bit. The triple Qs for NASDAQ, you can see that is positive today. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this this gap here because we got it filled, and you can see that we're breaking up here, and we're on this breakdown candle right here. So we'll see if we climb up that candle, and if we do, we're going to go back to all-time new highs. So we'll see what happens. If we cut it short, then we could get that ABC correction in here. This could come sometime, but right now, it keeps getting taken out. So that's okay. We'll take what the market gives us. So the semiconductors, you can see that it retraced back on this breakup candle. We're still above the 5 and all the moving averages, but we didn't break out today. So we'll see what happens the next few days here. You can see IWM had a great movement day. I mean, we had this bar up here showing it go up to 231, and it looks like it made it to 230.45 and pulled back a little bit. We see this big breakup candle. It followed this line right here that we had. So this is the distance that we had of this last movement here. So it looks like it just about did it all in one day. And you can see this breakdown candle. So you can see that these almost are equal. So we'll see if this can get above 231 and break out to new highs, or if it's going to consolidate here. But that was great to see that we have good positive movement there. For the XLF, for the financials, it pulled back a little bit. So it's kind of just riding around this support resistance line now. Support and resistance line here. So we'll see if this continues to get support and bounces off, or if it's going to fail and break back down through here. But it's sitting right on that 5 moving average there. So gold's climbing up this breakdown candle right up here. So yeah, we had a little bit of pull back to the 20, but it's pulling right back up, and we're above the moving averages again. So still very bullish on gold, bullish on silver. Silver is above the moving averages as well, going up this breakdown candle. Tesla Tesla made a little run today. I thought maybe we're going to break out. We got above the 600. The 600 mark was a lot of resistance, and we got above it. So we'll see if we can get a little bit of rally tomorrow. But yeah, it was good. Tesla was good too today. So that was nice to see. NEO, now the EV space doing great. Look at this. Look at this move on NEO. NEO broke up above this 43 level. And so, you know, it could head up back towards the 60s and the 70s here if it can keep its momentum going. But right now it's looking really good and getting some good movement there. Carvana has been on our list as well. You can see that it's having a nice strong run here. You can see the breakdown here from 301 down to 219, and it's broken back up. It's up to almost 280. So we'll see if the momentum can continue to where it could break up here. If it does get to 301, it could break up and continue to climb to newer highs. So looking really strong. So that's going to remain on our list. Continue to take advantage of that. I am noticing that volume's curling down, so we'll have to watch the volume, make sure the volume's still there to run that, but looking good. Riot, pretty much flat. I'm about ready to take this one off because it's just not breaking out like I was hoping, and the volume's coming down. So I'm probably gonna take Riot off for now just because I have so many that I'm tracking. Hopefully these ideas are helping you to find either scalping ideas or trades, short-term or long-term trades, and you're enjoying the content. And, you know, again, the one thing that's nice about this, you can always just scroll to the volume, what you're interested in. I try to group at least, you know, the general market, the cryptocurrencies, earnings, all those. I try to kind of group them together so that you can scroll through real fast or fast forward through the video if you need to the section you're most interested in. So coin, this is going to fit, you know, follow Bitcoin and Doge and all the others. And so you can see that it's just kind of sitting here pretty flat. And Bitcoin, you see that it's broke down. It kind of broke down, passed through this support level here. And it's kind of just hovering down here. We'll see if it can hold, you know, around the 30, 33, 34 range, or if we're going to have a breakdown closer to 28, 8 or more. So we'll see if it goes down that 30 level now, or what we're going to do. But it's kind of pulling everything down right now. Doge, you can see Doge is pulled back as well. It's on the support line here still. So you got this support line up here. So if it can hold this line and just kind of continue to go up here, you know, we might be able to break out of here, or if not, we could, you know, if it continues to hover on this support line, it could fall through. But we'll see what comes of it. But at least it's staying on that trend line right there. So that's good. So hopefully these videos help you. Exciting stuff. Market's exciting. I don't know if you get as excited as I do about the market, but it's a fun place to work and to just see how the market moves and the opportunities it provides you. So hopefully it's providing you well and treating you well. Hopefully you're managing your money well and you have your stop losses in so that you're not losing money if the trades are going bad. Again, join us, subscribe to us. We have training videos out there that can help you to get more in-depth training. So just let me know what we can do to help, and stay safe out there, and have a great week trading.